All right. Welcome back to the Wake Up Call. Welcome back, Adora. All right.
Yes,
So,
yes, there.
right. So, you were telling us about the incident in the minivan. You recorded the license plate. You went to the police. You tried to get some resolution and you were not able to get anything resolved successfully. So, let's continue to where you left off before.
Yes. So far, I have submitted my 7-page statement. I took it to the traffic department and I gave it to an officer.
Do you remember? Do you remember the officer, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Can I mention his name?
No. Let's keep all the names for now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. So I gave it to this officer who is a traffic constable on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulled me aside and said to me, "Miss, this number is not a correct number." I said, I know what I saw. I am not stupid. I said that to him. And he took my statement and he went inside. So I went home.
Mm-hmm.
I have been following this thing up because I can't understand how they could tell me that number is not on a minivan.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the Tokyo bus stop during the week.
Mm-hmm.
And I questioned several minivan drivers. And some of them were very willing to speak to me.
Mm-hmm.
I encountered a chap, I'm not going to say his name,
mm-hmm.
who informed me that he knows the person who drives the van.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows the van and he knows the number on the van.
Mm-hmm. So he was able to confirm the same number that you had?
Yes, he did. And he also said to me that this same person drives several other minivans for other persons. So he not only drives that particular van,
mm-hmm.
he drives other minivans.
Mm-hmm.
And he volunteered to give me the number that he's currently driving.
Mm-hmm.
He sent it to me by text
mm-hmm.
the Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I passed it on to the police. I sent it to another officer who is the second in command of the traffic department.
Mm-hmm.
And I also passed it on to my lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
So far, my lawyer has not been able to handle my case because he's involved with another case in court this past week.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm constantly pursuing my case
mm-hmm.
because I'm not going to leave it like that.
Mm-hmm. And you shouldn't.
I certainly am not going to leave it like that because I had to go and pay money to do a CT scan at the hospital.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And right now I'm still suffering from the shock of the blow to my head, and my arm is still paining me. And I know that number is correct because I've been told by several persons that there are several minivans on the road that are not registered and they are owned by policemen. And that is why the policemen are so reluctant to help me in my situation. Because every time I go to the barracks and try to find out how far they've reached with my investigation,
mm-hmm.
they're telling me that that number does not exist.
Mm-hmm. So if it doesn't exist, why is it that they think that you are giving them the wrong number, or do you believe that they know what is going on?
Of course they know what is going on. There's a scheme going on in the traffic department among the policemen. And I've heard that from several other persons on the street.
Oh, well, it's something you heard.
And I know for a fact that is happening because I've spoken it for myself.
Wow. I am just in shock right now by your findings and just the fact that you are trying to get justice, you're trying to get compensation, and you're meeting a lot of dead ends. What happened to your statement?
Well, when I went back to inquire first of all, I decided I'm going to speak to one of the high-ranking persons in the police force,
mm-hmm.
who sent me down to speak to the head of traffic, who I've never spoken to before,
mm-hmm.
because it seems the person who I've been talking to been avoiding me speaking to that person.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did get to see him, because I went to the deputy commissioner.
Mm-hmm.
And he called down and told the gentleman down, the head of traffic, I'm coming to see him. So he welcomed me in his office.
Mm-hmm.
And on my way into his office, I saw the officer who I gave my statement to sitting at his desk right outside the gentleman's office.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, I point out to him, look, the gentleman out there who I gave my statement to. He then told another tall officer, shopping, to go and call the guy outside. And he did call him inside his office. And he turned to him and asked him, do you know this lady? He said, yes. Miss Lois. Then the officer said to him, she is not Miss Lois. Her name is Mrs. Lois. And he said to him, did you take a statement from this lady? He kind of was reluctant to answer. And then he said, yes, I did. Yeah, and then the officer asked him, the chief of the traffic department asked him, so where is the statement? He kind of muffled again. It's somewhere upstairs. So he said,
somewhere upstairs?
Yes, somewhere upstairs. So the officer asked him again, where upstairs? And then he said, he passed it to some other officer. So it seems to me that they have hid my statement or they tore it up or whatever they did. Because another day I went back to the barracks and they told me that the head of the department said to me that number is not correct.
Oh boy. How?
So then everybody inside the traffic department is giving me the runaround. So where do I stand? Where do I go from here? If nobody in there wants to help me, but my lawyer still can't find the time to deal with my matter yet.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried?
Right now, I'm in limbo.
Have you tried speaking to the commissioner of police?
I couldn't get to see him because he was out of the country.
Oh.
I spoke to his deputy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. So what are you planning to do going forward, Adora?
Well, I'm going to ask my lawyer to advise me if at all I have a case, because I know in my heart that I have a case.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And first of all, you need to find your statement.
Somewhere I upstairs. A copy. Well, I have a copy.
Okay. Are you going to resubmit?
No, I'm going to find. I have to go back to Max if they found my statement now.
This is craziness, Adora. This is craziness.
It's more than crazy because there's a whole kind of scheme going on along in the police barracks. Because all of them seem down there to know exactly what is going on with the minivans on the road. They are not registered and they are not paying the money into the government coffers, into the revenue, into inland revenue. They're getting away with murder because when they complain that they don't have money to fix the road and all of that, there it is. These thieves inside there are thieving the government money.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, my dear, they have to fix that problem from the top to the bottom inside that police force because they're all corrupted.
Oh no. That's a real shame. That's a real shame. I'm sorry that you have to go through all of this, though.
The people who are supposed to provide us with justice, they're not doing that. They are not doing that. You know, but all they're doing is harassing the innocent persons on the street, putting on things on the car wheel and whenever they park here and there before they go and do the right thing inside there. But you know, God iron shut, you know, He does not like ugly.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And I will go to the nth degree. I've already said my prayers, you know. I'm a God-fearing woman, and I have already put my case to my God. Mm-hmm. And regardless of whether I get justice or not from them, my God will give me justice. He will vindicate me. Mm-hmm. Because I know exactly what happened to me on that road with that vehicle number that I would not say on the radio, but it's in my statement.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I hope they're listening, and I hope that they can resolve the matter as soon as possible. And I hope the commissioner gets the message as well to resolve the case and to give you justice.
I really hope so, Krista, because I am not leaving it like this. I am not leaving it like this.
All right. Oh, boy. Adora, I wish you all the very best in your case. I hope it is resolved as soon as possible.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you for entertaining me.
No problem, and thank you for joining us.
And God bless.
All right. All the best. Well, You heard her story. Caught a minivan. The minivan was behaving so recklessly on the road. I'm going to summarize it. Causing her to fly off her seat and hit her head. Subsequent to that, a bit of argument in the van. The van driver told her to get her red behind out. That's not the word he used. And the conductor pushed her out of the van at Sally Spring. She's had to get a CT scan. I'm still hurting her. Trying to get the matter resolved. Recorded the license plate number. And according to her findings and investigations, the license plate is not registered. So what is going on there? Somebody needs to answer. Boy, watch her time in this place, yeah. She even went as far as questioning other minivan drivers and getting confirmation. Huh? What is going on here? This morning is a lot of cases where you need to prove wrong and answer the things. Adora needs her questions answered. Why they're not dealing with it? Why? And she says she's not going to give up. Even if she does not get justice from man, she will get justice somehow because she believes in her God. But back to that issue there, boy. So many things came out in this one here. So many things came out. What happened to her statement? And why the officer was fumbling to answer somewhere upstairs. Somewhere upstairs is not good enough. Somewhere upstairs. This place is crazy. Madness, I tell you. Why wasn't he able to affirmatively say where the statement was and who he passed it on to? Where is the statement? 7 pages long. Just as a bit. The statement gone. Officer telling her, oh, that number ain't registered, That number don't exist, And license plate wrong. So what's going on? Is she on to something? Is she on to something within the police force of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? She needs answers. Maybe she might get answers. We might get answers too because we question the same thing. What is going on? This problem is all over because it's the same with police. What problem at Stubbs? What is it? What problem are you directing or are you referring to? Statements going missing, people doing this, that, and terror. What is it? Strong message from that lady. Somebody says somewhere upstairs in the garbage. You cannot, you cannot be putting yourself in a position to get these sort of things said about you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Christian.
How are you doing? What are you humping there for? What are you humping there for? What are you humping there for?
No, you speaking, man. I heard you. I know you had to do what you had to do. Bro.
Yeah.
Great job, anyhow. I just tell me call and say good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
And so how your little soldier doing?
Man, he is well, man. What's up with you?
Yeah, Christmas coming up. I'm guessing might start to hold a little spoon in your hand, right?
All now, so yeah, man. Talk to me now.
Yeah. But come back to these police officers. In every way that you're told, right? You always find some cricket police, some nasty one somewhere.
It's sad, man. It's real sad.
But why them doing what them doing? Because if the guy was honest from Jump Street, when the lady go there, right, and ask for such and such, and then I do think he would have gone straight forward and say, well, all right then, this is what he did, and this we take it to or whatever. You understand? So he keep on beating around like he dumb. He cannot speak because he did not do what is right. And that's just a big problem when person go down there and then you have to get push this one, push run wrong other corner, and then hey, come on, they want you to give up. But if you know you're right, why should you give up your right? You understand? You know, cause I was looking at a drugs bus in Belize, you know, and all these top cop policemen inside this drug bus, clean land with all kind of different drugs and things, all kind of different ammunition, and they have them in prison. You know, they have them locked up. So when you really look at it, it's crooked police everywhere, nasty one, and it's you know, and he got a lot of great one, you know, who ain't go give people them justice. You know,
Yeah.
so I don't think they need to do what is right, and
Needs a
you
little
know,
bit of
stop.
cleaning up, ma'am.
Yeah, they need to, you know, and the higher man need to really get to you know, find out who is the crooked police them, you know.
Who
They
are
they
man? The
do need to
commissioner,
find out
the
who is this
commissioner, or the
guy them,
minister
man. You
of
know what I'm saying? Like
security.
they're doing favor more to the people, to the van driver than what they're gonna do to the one who get injured. You understand?
Well, they just pick and choose.
Yeah, it's like a friend business, you know.
Mm.
Anyhow, Crystal, do what you do. You're doing good. Have a blessed one, Jose, and Hurricane Man, and big up our future, you know. Respect.
All right. Have a good one. Have a good one. What a Christmas. What a Christmas indeed. So if our lady here didn't board one of the mini buses, right? So why I really trying to figure them things out. So many things are so confusing in this place. If this is the case with one, how many more out there are like that? Why is it so easy to go to any place, any establishment that offers that printing service? Or you could just go and print in a license plate number and slap it onto a vehicle. Why don't you, why can't you, or why isn't there a system in place where you can to try to mitigate these sort of things, right? Walk with your documents. It should be a requirement. But then again, people could do them things at home. I don't know. I trying to think of ways to resolve the matter here. This is crazy. And I hope who's supposed to be listening, good morning to the traffic department. I know you're probably shaking your head right now, but these are the issues coming from the people. And if they can't get any justice within the system of justice, which is just a silly thing to say, jeez, then they have to bring it to the media. They have to put up a post on Facebook. Huh? Them things that should never get to this point. Anyways, time to take a break. It's 14 minutes after the 9 o'clock hour. A Wednesday morning, we're getting things off your chest. You know what is coming for Christmas, by the way? 9 mornings. The people say 9 mornings coming. Like we're taking some Christmas tune, man. Come on, Jose.